Hello, Uncle Foo here. Now I know what you are wondering, You're saying to me, Uncle Foo, look around you. It's not a very bright day. Why are you wearing these ridiculous sunglasses? But as I have told you before, Uncle Foo was a farmer in the Sichuan province. So the sun is very bright there. Some old habits, they're just gonna stick. So I apologize for that. Just to start things off. But today I need to talk to you about something very important. For a lot of you students who just finished your O-level, you're going to get your results sooner than you can even think about. You spend maybe 5 years doing this O-level thing, and then wow, just finished, and then now you're thinking, okay, I'm done, I just need to party, but no, you need to think, what are you gonna do after you get your O-level results, whether you get 6 points or whatever, you need to think, man, what am I gonna do with my life now that I have finished my O-level? And there's a lot of options. Today Uncle Foo is going to talk to you about some of the things that he thinks, some of the things that he has learned, having made some decisions himself after getting his O-level score. Uncle Foo did okay for his O-levels, and he went to a junior college, because everybody say, you must go to JC, if you want to do such and such in the future, you have a good chance either way, but don't take the risk, all this kind of, blah, 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 all the stuff you will hear from everybody. Oh my god, the wind is blowing very hard. And I made the decision to go to a junior college. I just want to warn you in advance. If you go to a JC, you are going to have a very, 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 very interesting time. It's going to be unlike anything you have ever done in your life before. The schoolwork is going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie to you now, okay? It's going to be very difficult. You think you're smart, you think you're anybody, you think you're Jet Li. It's going to be difficult for you, okay? You're going to spend so much time doing everything, homework, lesson, tutorial, lecture, HBL, e-learning, extra lesson, double extra lesson, third period extra lesson. Oh, hello, are you having fun? Okay, time for extra lesson, it's going to feel very, intimidating at first, but then after a while, maybe you get used to it, maybe you don't, doesn't matter, you still have to do it. You understand what I'm trying to tell you now? It can be very stressful, by the time, even after finish 1 year, you have eye bags the size of handbags, and then, your mother not even gonna recognize you, My mother thought I was Grandpa Foo, how insulted I was. It's a very trying period, to do all this schoolwork for A-level. It can be quite difficult, at sometimes. But, if you are lucky, like Uncle Foo, you may end up in a junior college with some crazy people like Uncle Foo did end up in. I ended up in a junior college with some people who were willing to take the time and effort to make some crazy videos, about an open house and upload to YouTube, and get a lot of views, more views than Uncle Foo is ever gonna get, I'm not gonna lie, there's a hell of a lot of views, featured on YouTube page and all this kind of thing. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is this: you need to find a place in your life where you have people around you that can make you forget about how crazy it is what you are doing right now. Because 2 years of A-levels is ridiculous, As some of you have known, I have made a video to tell you what the hell about PW last time, and no matter what happens, you are gonna get a stupid question. I'm just gonna tell you now. I know you got your hopes up, you're thinking, oh, what if my PW question is, what is your favorite cheese? No, they're not gonna ask you anything like that, okay? The PW question is gonna be stupid, and it's gonna take 1 year to solve the damn question, You work with 5 people, you don't know who you're gonna get, You don't know which mother, father, minister's son is gonna be in your PW group, and you don't know, okay? And then you have to, this and that, and then it's 1 year, okay? You still have to do another whole year of crazy shit, a lot of prelim exams, CT1, CT2, CT3, CT no Haliza. You don't know what to do with your life. So much things to do. But you must think carefully. Is it gonna be worth it? No. There's many options. You could go to, let's call them Baffles Junior College, they baffle people with their intelligence, You could go there. If you get the 6 points, minus 2 points, minus 2 points, and you have the brain the size of the Great Wall of India, there's a lot of things that you can do when you go to Baffles JC, but you must think to yourself, is it gonna be worth 2 years of your life? Mind you, 2 years is the same as your army time to go and do that. You need to think about that. I'm just telling you now. I'm not trying to do any publicity for any schools in particular, but you need to think. Okay, O-level students, you need to think. All these have to come into consideration for little Asian. You need to think about all these things, okay? If you want a hot girls, you go to poly, that's just the way it is, Not saying in JC you don't have all these people, they have but in the polytechnic, yeah, you blow the head off your head sometimes, there's really, you don't know what to think, you don't know what to say, but you need to spend some time thinking about what you're gonna do after your O-levels. Because the next couple of years, next 2-3 years are gonna fly by, my friend. I still remember going to primary 1, okay? I almost pissed my pants, and now I'm taking my A-levels, okay? So it's gonna fly by. You need to think, okay? You need to think, and you need to make a decision, okay? Uncle Foo is looking out for you, okay? Thank you very much. Have a nice day.